Good evening. Welcome to Monday Madness. How's everyone doing? We're on the TSW6, as you can see. Members Choice. So these are all pre-chosen. Everything that you'll see tonight's pre-chosen. I put a little message out yesterday for members. I know some of you have responded. So I've tried to cover as much of it as I can. If you want to know what the schedule is, just have a quick look in the description. You can obviously see, I think this was G. Dave's choice. We're on the Northern Trans-Pennine to start with. We're going to run from Leeds down to Victoria in the peak to kick us off. Then we are going to the Birmingham Crewe route in a Pendos. We're going to go the whole way, Birmingham to Crewe. I think that was 3-star Reds who asked for that one. I think we're going to go on to Preston Carlisle to do a shorter service in an 87 because some wanted Preston Carlisle, some wanted the 87, some also wanted the 31 on Preston Carlisle, but there are not many services for the 31. So I've moved the 31 to Blackpool branches, so that's where we're going to end up. I think David drives and I think it was Will wanted the 31. So I'm quite happy to run the 31, quite like the 31. So that's what we're going to do. So settle in, get ready. Hope everyone's good. Let me just say a few hellos. I was a little bit late because I'm trying to sort out this blooming Oidsel cord business in TS Classic, trying to find the right route for that so I can put it back in again because it's annoying me. I've got a missing bridge, as you probably saw on the Manchester, Bolton, Preston TS Classic video. I'll sort that out afterwards though. At least we've tracked it down. So I can see Bournes. Good evening, Bournes. I don't know if you're still there or not. Hope you're all right. Wes is there. Graham likes trains. Mike B, of course, is there. Pete Wright is there. Railroad Unlimited. You're in the right place. Definitely. Railroad. Lee Grant. Good evening to you. G Dave, of course. M Snitcho is there. Who else we got? Elliot, of course, is there. I think that's all I can see. Let me have a quick look down. Snowco is there. Ab Trains, Williams Adventures. Who else have we got? Anyone else? No, I think that's it. Yeah, how's everyone doing? Should be a good stream tonight. I'm quite looking forward to this one as well. We got a bit of everything and you guys chose it. The only one that I couldn't squeeze in some way, shape or form was Animal wanted Cajon Pass. But because the services are so long on Cajon Pass, I thought we'd do a separate stream on that one, which Snorco might like it, and Railroad Unlimited might like that one if we do Cajon Pass at some point, but I think we'll do that in a separate one. So, shall we get into it? Oh, before we start, you'll have seen this afternoon, I put the video on for the UK Departure Board, which I have still got here in front of me. So do make sure if you haven't watched that video to go and have a look at that one for me. See what you think. Good fun making that. I did it all in one take as well. There you go. I'm getting all pro now. Did it all in one take. It was good fun, that, actually. Enjoyed it. Right. Let's do it. I ain't driven this for ages. I always say that, don't I? It's true. I haven't. Oh, what did I do that for? That was the engine stop button. Right, you couldn't write it, could you? I thought the master key was down there. Right, that's the engine stop. Where's the engine start? Oh my god. Engine stopped. Yeah, we know that. Where's the engine start button on this? Oh dear. Oh, you know what? I can't be bothered. I'm too trigger happy with the clicking. There you go. There's one for you. You've not had one of them before. I'm going to open this window. It's boiling in here. There we go, that's better. Let's start again, shall we? I honestly don't know where the start button is. It's probably down here somewhere in the dark. Anyway, this time, master key. That's what I want. Forwards, unlock the doors. Instrument light switch is here. And then on the back wall, it's dark in here, isn't it? Oh, it's not on the back wall in this. It's down here, isn't it? Let's do that. And then let's do that. Right. Oh, dear me. Alright, we're waiting for the folks to get on board. Let's have a look at the schedule of this one. We are going to Dewsbury, Huddersfield, Stalybridge, Victoria. On the much needed for a remaster Northern Trans-Pennine. So let's get that on the list, shall we? After the East Coast Way. Let's get that done, because it'll really benefit from the lighting just on its own, I think. Doors to locked. Brakes take forever to come off on this, as I recall. There they go. Well, it's not too bad. Not too bad. Right, let's do it. Let's leave leads behind. The start button is on the desk by the controller. This side. Ah, there it is. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Do you know, I don't think I've cold started one of these the whole time. That's a good tip, that. Let me have a look what everyone's saying. Snowco's hungry. Elliot wants the Buffy car open as usual. Mike said chicken, chips, gravy and peas with Warburton's bread for a chip butty. Plum crumble. Oh no, with custard. That's disgraceful. Oh, you're ordering one on payday, Snitcho. Yeah, you were quite interested in it, weren't you, the first time round? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, just let them know. They're a nice bunch down there, honestly. Really nice people. And it's a family business as well, that. Pete, good evening. Your missus just about tolerates your rail fetish. If you bought the departure board, there'd be serious trouble. Oh, it'll go well in a man cave. It really would. You're going to have a serious think about that. M. Snitcho's had a 16-ounce rump steak, beef dripping chips, onion rings, red wine sauce. Oh, God. I've not even got out of Leeds yet. Wings and things, good evening. Oh, you in South America? Nice. Oh, you're not always in South America, are you? I know you're in America. You're not in South America, are you? Or do you mean South of America? Or South America? G-Div departure board looks good. Shame the voice packs cost so much and then need a subscription. So the people in the team were quite kind enough to obviously send me the voice packs so I could try them all out, which I did. I didn't do it all in the video. But as you saw, Eleanor's my favourite. I'm sure it's her at Preston. If it isn't, it sounds like her. But I don't know what it would be like without at least one of the voice packs. And as you saw in the video, some will do Underground and National Rail. A couple of them only do the Underground. The announcements do make it, I will say that. It's brilliant. Jack, good evening. When is the Class 70 coming to TSW6? Nobody knows yet. Nobody knows. It's only just been announced, so usually when it's just been announced, it's a little bit of a way off. I'm sort of going up and down the stream as it hits my eye line. That's why I'm not reading things in order. Good evening, Nexus. How you doing? Your wife said you got the food channel on. Oh, God, and it's not even me. I had a sausage butty for me tea. It was alright as well. I didn't have sauce on it. I just got some proper sausages from the butchers. Not your supermarket stuff. That was pretty good. I enjoyed that. So, yeah, I have eaten tonight. You've deleted all the announcements in TSW. Yeah, you won't get any on this peak anyway. You'll be pleased to know. We'll be thrashing it any second. You wouldn't hear the announcements in this anyway. You're travelling for work in South America. You're back to the US next weekend. Excellent. Your missus just about toleration. Oh god. You're gonna get the mid-size one to go on the wall. That'd be, yeah. Yeah, the little one is really, really nice, but the bigger ones, definitely. If you can stretch to one of the bigger ones, I think that's probably better. I'm looking at it now. There's a train to Windermere anytime now if you want to jump on that. I won't mind a run up to Windermere. Right, shall we give it some? Tell me about the sound as well. Oh, here we go, a bit of heavy oil action. Whistler. Yeah, the portable one. You're going to have to get two. You're going to have to save up and get two. Lee, you had a jacket potato with chili con carne. A nice option. Nice option. Bubble and squeak. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, bubble and squeak. HP sauce. Yeah. GW is here, but I don't know what he said. He got banned. Yeah, it's nice, this one, Railroad. Some of these older ones really nice. (45,131) is our train today. You'd like one for Newton Abbott to remind you of home. Spent too much on controllers to justify. I know what you mean. You did spend a lot, didn't you? I saw it on the Discord. Just for you, I'm going to change it to Newton Abbott, and I'm going to keep showing you. Let me just get the app up while I'm driving. Not recommended, but I'm going to do it. Let's have a look. Newton Abbott, NTA. Update board. Right, we're doing 60 now, so 5.6 until we get to Dewsbury. Just throttle back a little bit. Oh, good. Yeah, still 60. Going down to 50, aren't we? This is me trying to find Newton Abbott. I'll just coast it for now. Let me find the announcements just for Dave. Beat's coming down, it's alright. There we go. Let's see if that does anything. I'll see if I can show you Newton Abbott. I don't know if it's gonna. I'll try and. I'm trying to not get it reflecting. Here we go.
Great Western Railway service to Paignton, Borlington to Tor, Torquay, and Paignton, platform 2 for the 1849 Great Western Railway service to Paignton.
How's that? That'll do you. That'd make you reminisce, that. We'll check that again soon. because I don't want to be too late in this service. But there you go. You can just at an instant you can just change it. It's great. Right, here we go. Digital Doris. What year was that in? How you doing, Mikey B? Good evening. I'll slow right now. Chris Dearsley, good evening, how are you doing? This route brings back so many memories. Did it often in the 70s, going over to York to steam the Delta. Yeah, nice. Stuffing fried chicken burgers with salad and pasta. Oh, God. Everything's on time. Yeah, I'm just looking, it is on time, yeah. 1849 to Paynton. Then you got the 1857 to Paddington after that. You spend all day just looking at it. Still used it in the 90s, but it came in the 80s. So I must have experienced Digital Doris then, but I don't remember the terminology. I remember at Preston when I was a trainee, the woman that did the Preston announcements was a real woman. She was sat in Preston power box, which you can see on Blackpool branches and Preston to Carlisle, just as you come out of Preston station heading north, just on your left hand side before it goes into a V off to Blackpool and the main line. Because whenever there was a train coming in late and we had to ring the signal box to let them know, or we wanted to depart and the train was late departing, but it was out of sequence, you had to press the button twice, and it was usually her as well that took the call. I don't know how many signalmen they had working in there, but they never answered. But she was real. She wasn't called Doris though. I did know her name, but I forgot. It's a long time ago. 2.3 miles to Dewsbury. Pete 888, how are you? How good are the brakes on the Peak? Can't remember it. Good evening, Simon. Good evening, Andy lad. How's everything? Full house as well. That's nice to see. Thanks everyone for coming in. Monday Night Madness. Start slowing down now, I think. So we don't oxen on Dewsbury, because it's easily done. And at 1910 you can go to Weston-super-Mare. There you go, if you're at Newton Abbot right now. I must have turned off the thing that tells you what the train actually is. It gives you the unit number. Won't be an HST though, will it? Not anymore. That's about the only thing the departure board won't do. Guarantee you an HST. You completed a service on Crewe Birmingham without any blurry textures. Now you're going to do the lottery. Yeah, do it now while your luck's in. There might be a few overshoots. Oh, here we go anyway. It's coming down slowly. Probably need a bit more brake. I don't know, you're probably the same. You're probably fine when you've not driven something for ages. It takes you a couple of stations just to feel the brakes again. As you can see there, I'm going to stop short now unless I can move it up a little bit. I think we're alright. Oh, collectibles there. I don't think I've ever done them on this route. You know, for the sake of timings, I'm going to just stop there for now. I think we're all in the platform. There is possibility of an auction home every single time. It doesn't matter what we're driving. There's always a chance. Used to love the old compartment stock. You had a declassified first to second ones from Birmingham to Ipswich in about 86. Brilliant journey. Yeah, I like the compartment stuff. He seems like yesterday as well. Aye aye. 47. Built in Crewe. 19... is that 61? It's not very well textured, I can't really see it. I think it's 61. Right, Huddersfield. Andy 3074, how you doing? We haven't had an overshoot for a while. I don't know. We might have had very slight ones. Not on the scale of some of them, but we've had a few. Yeah, HST's long gone. Thankfully, we still got TSW and TS Classic to do it in some way, shape or form. You're going to upload some rail passenger formation on Crewe's Club. Nice. Pete, you've got the UK Departure Board Classic with announcements on your wall. Also, which size is that? The middle one? Is that the mid? Is that the one? There's the Pro, which is the big massive one. There's the little one that I've got, and there's one in the middle. You got the middle one. Is that what it's called? The Classic. How'd you find it? As we join this main line. Wasn't watching. Ouch. Yeah, it's still alright, Trans-Pennine. Yeah, it is. We could just do with that remaster though. I hope it's somewhere on the list, I'll be honest with you. I think this is another one that people could get excited about if it gets to treatment. It still looks alright for how old it is. But it could be better. Yeah, I forgot to pick the passengers up. That was brilliant, that. St. Pancras. You don't seem to get many passengers on this route. Is it down to memory on the PS5? I'll have to have a look on mine. I don't recall, to be honest. You posted some pictures of the last set to leave last Tuesday. Oh, I'll have a look at that afterwards, yeah. Anyone on the Discord can go and have a look at the HST pictures that GW has just put in there. If you're interested in that. You got the middle one, didn't have enough wall space for the Pro, find it great. It's a 60 centimetre, that is it. And I think the Pro's 100. I think the Pro's 100. But it's good you enjoy it, great audio. Yeah, that's got a bigger speaker, hasn't it, that one? This little one has only got a tiny speaker in the back. But it works for what it is. Right, I'll try and observe this 50 miles per hour that's coming up this time. Past 58 would look good on this game, yeah? Yeah. Danny Sprint, good evening. How are you doing? Almost a derailment, yeah, it's possible. You happy Peninsula Corridor returned? You know, I've not played it since it returned. I have it on there, but I've just not been into it yet. Your coffee up the windows after the points crossover. Yeah. It's fine. Nobody noticed. Apart from you lot. Right, there's the 50. We'll try and play it proper now, shall we? Is it Flying Scotsman in Forza Horizon 4? I didn't know that. You're in Huddersfield in 5 minutes. KH is back! How you doing, KH? Thank you for reinstalling that membership. Straight in there with the turquoise badge. How many months is that? I can't remember. How you doing, buddy? Elliot, it's a bit. Oh, is it your birthday today? I think it is, isn't it? I think it is. If it is, happy birthday. You did mention it. I can't remember. I'm sure it's today, actually. Thank you for that, buddy. It should be us paying you if it's your birthday. LaserJet thought the tea tankers from Northern Trans-Pennine are full of tea. No, he didn't. He didn't. I'm going to have words with him about that. He's mixing up his tea tankers and his Yorkshire tea. And starting off from Leeds and going through Huddersfield, etc. Evening, Tony, how you doing? A peek on the Trans-Pennine, one of your favourite locals and routes to drive. Yeah, absolutely. Still, we always say this when we play it. We've not played it on the stream often. We've done it a few times. If you've been around a while, you'll know we've done it a few times, but not as much as I would like. And it is a great route. Still in my top 5. So we're going all the way to Victoria on this one, and then we're going to jump into the Pendolino and go Birmingham to Crewe after that. I can't remember it. I think it was 3-star Reds, I think, that wanted Birmingham to Crewe. Can't remember. But I'm quite happy to do it. Yeah, happy birthday, Elliot, yeah. The 40 is the best on this route. Always a bit disappointed when we got a peak. Yeah, I'd never driven the peak. In fact, I only got it in TS Classic. Probably in the last 6 to 12 months. So I didn't know what to expect. I was quite pleasantly surprised with it. But yeah, you're right, the 40 is the best one on this route if you've got the heavy freight pack as well. No question. I love doing the heavy freight stuff. There's some good long runs as well. The 101's good, but obviously there's a lot to do with the 101, so you're a bit more involved with that. So it depends what mood you're in. Right, we'll have a bit of break. It would be top of my list now for a remaster. This one next, followed by Tees Valley. Tees Valley and this are very similar, aren't they, in many ways? Those two, definitely. I think East Causeway is only getting a remaster because of the 171 coming out. I wonder if there was no local DLC coming out, would they have done that one first? I don't know. I know everybody likes, well, most people like the East Causeway. And I have been playing it recently. So, yeah, it's a route, again, as I've said lots of times, I played and played and played when it released, and I got a bit sick of it because of that. But it's nice to go back occasionally, so... That fan sound is brilliant, yeah. Tees Valley needs a remaster, yeah, there you go, Wings and Things. Which is the better 101? I like the British Rail one. Waddy, how are you? Bit of Trans-Pennine. Yeah, you gotta have a bit of Trans-Pennine. Why not? I can hear more 47s. Oh, aye, oh, look at this. We got the old West Coast. Especially for GW. They're his favourite. He likes his West Coast railways. That's just layered in that from Creators Club, of course. I don't think one of those will be pulling those tankers somehow, do you? Probably have to pay a bit of money to rent that, to do that job. Right, I'm really not getting the hang of these brakes yet. I think I just killed the engine. No, it's going. I thought I killed the engine then. I'll just roll forward. You think the 31 looks more at home in the Northern Trans-Pennine than Tees Valley? Yeah, maybe. I do like the 31 though, and we'll be playing that in the last one tonight on Blackpool branches. That'll do, that'll do. I'm already late. Your health is getting better. Sorry, I missed that, KH. That's good news. That's good news, yeah. Used to record trains on a cassette recorder. Have you still got the cassettes? That'd be funny. Daily Bridge, 16 miles. You like the 313 on the East Coastway, David, yeah? Yeah, it is good. Evening, Jason, how you doing? I knew you'd have something to say about West Coast Railways. I was waiting for it. I was waiting. As soon as I saw it at the platform. You probably saw my pictures on the Discord the other week when I went through Cornforth. I saw like thousands of them. 47s, 57s, 33s. All in that livery. And then the HST was hiding around the back. But I could only see the front of it. It was obscured behind some old coaches, I think. Elliot's birthday, Mikey B. Elliot's birthday, yeah. The passengers in a heap at the front. I know. Monty's official. Good evening, how are you? You would like the 148 for Tees Valley. It appeared on the route when the route is set. They got potential, haven't they, still for... I don't know whether they... Well, look at East Coastway. East Coastway's got a remaster coming. And a new DLC for it. So, you know, any of the routes potentially when they get remastered. Great Western Express, remastered. And the HST Farewell Pack is coming out. So a remaster... I don't know if there's anything new for Colnarken, but 2 out of the 3 remasters are getting a new DLC so far. So there you go. If they do remaster Tees Valley or this one, what would be the DLC for this one? What's missing currently from this time period on Northern Trans-Pennine? That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? And Tees Valley. Could be your 148, Monty. 144, yeah. I was going to say then, 148, 144, yeah. Alpha Star, good evening. Oh, it was you, Alpha Star, that wanted Birmingham to Crewe, wasn't it? It was you. We're going there next. Cassettes are gone, or you digitally remaster them and give them to DTG, yeah. Yeah, anyone got any recordings? Well, actually, yeah. I've got this big box of TDKs behind me. For those of you at a certain age who don't know what a TDK is, Google it. I hope, Pete, on them tapes where you did have them, I hope you, like, knocked the tab out of the top. So nobody could tape over it with Top of the Pops, you know, top 40. It'd be interesting to listen to now, though, if you had them. No, there's no AWS on this route. It's too old, Danny Sprint. KH, have you missed anything exciting since been off the channel? No, we've plodded on. We've just plodded on in the usual way, I think. East Coast Way remaster, when? Yeah. Pete's TDK tapes, when? Modern day version of this, yeah. I don't know if they would develop a completely brand new route off the same route. Would they? They might do. They might do. KH used to have a cassette of the Class 40 sounds. It's a shame you don't all know where they are. East Coastway remasters postponed. Are you like winding me up? Or is that an official announcement? You're rebuilding your model railway. You must need loads of room to have one of those. That's a hobby where you definitely need space. Oh yeah, because we've got Mike B and we've got Mikey B. 100 Daves, 60 Petes, and a few Andys. Sounds great, doesn't it? Sounds like a big turbine on start. Yeah, it's pretty mean, isn't it, that? A full whack. You did a full end-to-end on Mittenwald Park. 10-20 years of strange low cost and paint and drive. Yeah, I haven't really taken to it. I need to get back to that. I thought it was hard work. A lot of the older German stuff is hard work, isn't it? You had all them on tape, Pete, do you mean? Downs for all those? Yeah, he's winding me up. I mean, Harry did say on the stream last week, on the East Coast Way remaster stream, that it would be out by the end of February. So, end of February is when? It's 23rd now, isn't it? So it's not. Got another 5 days. And it won't come out at a weekend. So, I guess if that's still on track, then it's by the end of this week sometime. Although I don't think an official day has been announced, has it yet? We've got our mate with us tonight, supervising. It's GE Dave, look. This is GE Dave, marking the driving. There he is, look at him. He's not impressed, is he? He's got his red pen out again. The peak kit in the nuclear flask, is that the ECML thing? KH? I'm not even reading that out, Mike B. I'll end up drooling on my microphone. Right, we still have 10 miles to Staley Bridge. And a 40 into the tunnel. Yeah, possibly Thursday. When did Great Western Express come out? Was that a Friday when that came out? That was a Friday when that came out. Not that it means it'll be a Friday this time, I don't know. Railroad Unlimited, you liked the Class 70 so much from last week's stream, you bought the TSC Class 70. You don't have the UK route, so you ran it on the Florida route. Excellent! Well, first of all, it was good that you saw it on the stream and you liked it. It's not a new It's not a new DLC by any stretch, that. Let's throttle up in the tunnel. But yeah, it is the 70 in TS Classic, like we were saying last week. It's all right. I think it's all right. You should have done a video of it on the Florida route, though. That would have been funny. He's not impressed after the rock and roll over the points. That's true. You can't look. You can't see him in the dark. Look. He's there, but put your Panasonic cassette everywhere, record every new loco. Nice. Have you missed any new stock or locos? Did you got the Great Western Express remaster? Did you, KH? Because you would have had the original. That's worth getting, because that's free if you had the original Great Western. By the way, let's have an update for David Drives, if I can get it on the camera. I can't tell if that's in focus because the picture for me is so small. Let me just get it right. I don't know if that's readable or not. But Platform 2, 1924, you go to Pendants, but it's been cancelled. Second on that platform, 1931, Paddington. These are all Newton Abbot departures. Magdalena, thank you for the sub. Hope you're well. Time to settle down with some M&S chocolate button shortbread. Oh my word. Is that in lieu of a birthday cake? Or have you got that as well? Any news on the Just Trains route? It's overdue, you think? There is no news on it. No, there isn't. There isn't. Yeah. Rest assured though, when that comes out, we're covering it big time when that comes out. As I said before, when it's coming out, if I get it in early access like I would normally do, I might even take a day off for that. Because after this one, I'm not sure. Well, we've got the Carlisle to Whitehaven from Just Trains after that at some point. But being as this one's took ages, I think that one would probably be a while off. But I'm just wondering how many more of these decent routes. They might switch time period. I don't know whether they'll stay doing the 80s stuff. At some point they might switch time periods, I don't know. But I love the 80s stuff. It's always a big thing for me when one of them comes out. Hopefully soon though. You got the GWE right, yeah. When's the new freight loco come out? Do you mean the 70 or the 90? There's two. The 90 will be first, I've no doubt. Trains can't go to Pendants. Has something happened down there? I'm just looking now. Topness cancelled. Rattery cancelled. Ish Engineering crossovers cancelled. Ivy Bridge cancelled. Lipson Junction cancelled. Plymouth cancelled. Yeah, it's all coming across there now. Flying Southerner, how you doing? Delis, good evening. You're going to take a day off as well? It's like a celebration to me. We get a few, in just my opinion, we get a few routes that I quite like playing them, but I'm not that bothered about. I don't mean the UK stuff. I mean some of the European stuff I quite like, but I wouldn't go mad over it. Elliot, thank you. M&S chocolate bun shortbread, £2 donation. Thank you very much, buddy. But when we get a route like one of the Just Trains ones, it's like, for me, it's a big thing. So I've got loads of days off to take, so I'm gonna take one. If it comes out before the end of the holiday year, that is. We have a weird holiday year at work. Doesn't go January to December. So yeah, we're definitely doing that. And if it's a Monday, if I stream during the day, I'll stream at night as well. So we'll do the usual at night. So if you've missed it during the day, you'll see it at night. The Deltics were doing this route for a while before they were withdrawn. So, what year was that? Would that fit with this? Or is that before this time period? If this gets a remaster, is that where the Deltic will be? Or potentially could it be? Just trying to think what they could squeeze on here in this time period that's not already around. Engineering works at Plymouth, I've got you. Great Western ending trains at Totnes and cross country ending trains at Exeter, Craig Davids. Yeah. We like Craig Davids. Craig David! You were chatting to your friend who's been engaged 5 times? He can certainly pick up, can't he? You put the 40 in Spirit of Steam. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's what it's about. You can swap things around. Like I always say, you know, get a bit more use out of your DLC. .8 to Staley Bridge. April to March, yeah, it is, yeah, it is. Remaster of the Paddington route, what a difference, need the class 50 on it now. Yeah, actually, where's Animal? Animal's not here. He might be lurking. You've just reminded me, class 50. It's great to see everyone in. We've got 85 in at the moment, according to the little ticker there on the screen. So thank you, everybody. Much appreciated, as always. Favourite route so far, Trains in World? Preston to Carlisle. Still Preston to Carlisle. Formerly, it was Blackpool branches. Before Blackpool branches, it was this. So those were my, going back in time, those were my top choices. So this got pipped by Blackpool. Blackpool got pipped by Preston Carlisle. quite like Riviera as well, although Preston Carlisle still, because of my personal connection to it and the time period it's set in, which I also remember quite well, that's, you know, that's my favourite still. He's lurking. There he is. There he is. Good evening, animal. I knew a mention of a class 50 would make him unlurk. KH, yours is also Carlisle to Preston and the Paddington. I bet a lot of people have now bumped Great Western Express up their own list now after the remaster. So yeah, you won't be on your own there. Look at this Whistler coming in. Still twice as fast as we need to be. Could Crewe Preston pit Preston to Carlisle? Ooh, I don't know till I see it. It might. Because of that tiny Deepdale branch that's going to be in there, which I know very, very well. So there's another personal connection there. I was born within a stone's throw of the Deepdale branch. Literally, you can throw a stone like this. You don't even have to leg it like a cricket ball. You just go like that. Preston Infirmary backs onto, well, what was Preston Infirmary backs onto the Deepdale branch. And I was talking to Tom about this, and the hospital is modelled as well, because it was obviously there then. It's the front of the hospital's there now, because it was listed. They kept the front of the building. The back of the building's been repurposed into student flats for the university, like most of Preston is these days. So that's nice that that's in. So it could, on a sentimental value, it might pip it. I'll just say, I do like the idea of the coal runaround trains as well. I quite like that, the merry-go-round stuff. I can see myself doing that all day. I can get into that, because I like a bit of freight. I like a bit of this old freight, the 80s freight. We'll have to see. I haven't seen the route at all so far, so only the pictures that you guys have seen. Right, Victoria is our next stop, and then we're off to Birmingham. Not in this, I might add. More's the pity. GW says yours was GWE, then West Somerset, and now it's the Riviera. The Riviera is quite popular, isn't it? You're still working, no worries, animal, yet. Got you. Guitar Hero, how you doing? Trackside stations look too bare, no signage. I think that's why it could do with a bit of a remaster, probably. They could do a bit more with the clutter, I think, now, can't they? Did the Whistlers in reality haul freight services? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, there's Victor Meldrew. There he is. Right, let's go. Bit of clag. he goes. Preston Carlisle, followed by Manchester Preston via Bolton, all on TS Classic. Blackpool branches, West Coast Mainline South. Thank God, Delph, thank you for the sub, how are you doing? You're a long time lurker, Guitario. It's fine, honestly, it's fine. It's fine. Good to see you in the chat. You're just getting familiar with the non-US routes. You're often running the new 805 on the Birmingham to Crewe, where we're going to go next. But I'm going to run the Pendolino next. If I don't get sacked at the end of this one, that is. Preston to Carlisle first, then Great Western, followed by Birmingham to Crewe, Riviera. Can't decide between those two. Lots and lots of people do like the Riviera. I called it, didn't I? When I told you guys, when I played it down at Dovetail, once it was announced, and I told you that I'd played it, I said I called it, and I said you'll enjoy the Riviera. I knew that you would. It's a good route. Piccadilly to Preston via Bolton to come to TSW. I said that in my video when I covered it in TS Classic. I think it'll be it's just the right length of route, I think, for TSW. The nice route. Five miles to Manchester Vic. Your wish list, Guitario, is a 60, 67, 68. Yeah, I'd like a 68. I'd definitely like the 68. You've got the Riviera line to level 100. Wow, that's some good going, that. As you know, I only play on PC when I'm streaming or recording generally. The rest of the time's on PS5. And I think still, although I don't play it that often these days, the most highest level route, I'm trying to remember what level it is, but the highest level route I've got is actually Southeastern High Speed. I think, again, because when that's come out, I've hammered it. There's been a few DLCs for it, so you keep going back to it as well, don't you? It's good route, Southeastern High Speed in TSW. Especially the new version we got now, the extended version. I can't remember what level. I'll have to check what level it is. I don't know if I've got anything up to 100. I'm not sure. Preston Carlisle's pretty high for me on the PS5, but again, I'll have to check. I don't pay much attention to the numbers, to be honest. Blind Southerners top 3, Brighton Mainline. That's a lot of people's top tip for the next remaster as well, by the way. East Coastway and Preston to Carlisle. First two, because yeah, so you live near there. Same with me with Blackpool branches and Overshap. Exactly the same. And GWE, yeah, I've been enjoying GWE, must admit. Simon, a class 25 will go well. I think Pete Edmonds certainly would like a 25, as I recall. And a few others. Hazard Fingers. That's a great name. How are you doing? Thank you for the sub. No, we don't know when the 1970 are coming out. Not yet. GTA are also doing some improvements to the 47. Yeah. Thank God, Elf. Good evening. Can't believe we don't have a 56 yet. There's so much potential for the future. That's the good thing about train sims, isn't there? And people doing different eras. There's always potential for these things to come out. Bagel Bomb, good evening. How you doing? You're happy because you got your flat in the game twice. Once in Manchester to Hadfield, the second time, totally different perspective on the Manchester airport route. I've got you. Nurse! I knew you wanted a 25 or something in that region, yeah. I remember. Have I played the remaster of the ECW yet? I might have. I might have. What's the subscribers now? 28.4, you only got to 28k. Did you, yeah, I don't know if anybody's noticed, my first look at the GWE remaster, if you go and take a look at that, it suddenly had a big spike in views in the last 2 weeks. That usually, I need to look at the analytics, that usually happens when it gets put on a playlist somewhere. Someone puts your video on someone else's playlist. I've got one other video of a bus sim that I did 4 or 5 years ago, and it gets daily views, and it's because I looked into it and it's on someone's playlist somewhere, and a store, it's a first look at it, and a store somewhere in Malaysia uses it at the bottom of their advert for the game. They're selling the game, and they've got my video on the bottom saying, look at this is how it plays. And so it gets constant views all the time. I know that sounds weird, but that's probably what's happened. Yeah, coming in hot. But I need to look into the... It has gone up. I need to look into the statistics. It's good though. Yeah, I've driven this, let's say, slightly bad tonight. I should have had a practice first. Ginger Owl, thank you for the sub. Yes, you see in the live streams as well, lots of people, when we're live, will also sub, and not everybody that you see popping up on screen. The only ones you see up on screen are the ones that have the subscriptions to public as well. So when I get off the stream, a lot of people have subscribed as well, which I'm really thankful for. Have I got the brakes on? Feels like I've got the brakes on. I haven't got the... Oh, I have slightly, very slightly, they're still on. There we go. Going downhill now anyway. As a youngster, you hung out near the Saddleworth Viaduct and 40s pulled tankers all the time. There's probably some videos on YouTube of that. Let's have a bit of brake on as we run down this hill. Even on initial brakes, it's quite keen on the brakes. And you got to overcharge them, get them off. When you release them, it doesn't go all the way down unless you hold your finger on it. Yeah, thanks for coming in, KH. Thank you for that that membership renewal. Much appreciated. Yeah, Malaysian celebrity, yeah. Honestly, that's the truth. I can't understand it. I mean, it's like, I think it was a bus sim. If you go on the channel and you sort by, I think you can sort by most popular. It's the most popular video on the channel, and I got the bus sim for about £4 in a sale on the PlayStation store 1 January in the New Year sale. I just played it, I covered it. The first time I played it, I thought, yeah, alright then. And then suddenly the numbers went through the roof, and they're still going up. And when I looked into it, and you can look at external sources in the analytics, and it will tell you where, like, it'll tell you if your views come from Discord or from a playlist or from something else. And I tracked it down to an online store, and I didn't tell them to remove it, because all they're saying is, look at this great video which will show you what you get if you buy this game. And so I left it on there. I thought, whoa, that's fine. It could do for people to pick up a few more of them, really. So it's funny how it works. But it's in Malaysia. Yeah, it's in Malaysia. Ah, see, I can't work these brakes out. We're nearly at Victoria. Yeah, there you go. You get if you get like you got the share from the famous guitarist. It just takes someone that's got quite a popular playlist to add one or more of your videos to that playlist, and people who watch, because I can tell who watches my videos from a playlist. So people will, for example, just be interested in TSW6 and nothing else that I do. So every time I add one to that playlist, they get a notification for the playlist, and they'll watch the playlist. Same if, like the guitarist, if he adds yours there, you know, you potentially get a bigger audience that just is interested in that subject. And a lot of my views are not non-subscribers as well, and that's why, because they're all, you know, external. It's weird. It's a mystery. YouTube analytics is a mystery. That's why I've been going on all these workshops that YouTube keep inviting me to. I keep going on there to find out what it's all about. I'm still well, I wouldn't say I'm none the wiser, but right, we're nearly there. We're crawling in. We've got a 10 coming up. Start of the platform. Haven fan, how you doing? Good evening to you. The brakes are still on a little bit, look, again. Let me just release them. We will get there. How you doing, Hazard Fingers? It's a great name, that, by the way. It's great. I love it. Yeah, new sub. Yes, you are. You are. Stumble upon the streams because you live near Peak Forest. Couldn't believe the remake of your dog walking route in the game. It's there. It is there. We'll play some more Peak Forest quite soon. We don't play Steam enough, I don't think, and we should. We should do more Steam. So we'll definitely be back to that. Yeah, see that little bit on the brake? I've got to hold now, or else I'll come to a complete stop. I've forgotten. Malaysian buses, yeah. All we need to do now on this route is carry on straight through Preston and onto Blackpool. That'll be good. Right, I'm hoping I can roll without using the brakes now till I get to the end. Yeah, 107 watchers at the moment. Thanks everybody for coming in, honestly. Thank you. It's Monday Madness. See, look how close this marker is. It's one of the old ones. This is where I want the brakes to be as keen as they have been all the way through. That'll do us. Let's get the doors open. Yeah, thanks, Hazard Fingers, yeah. Yeah, everyone get subscribing. If you're lurking, just give me a sub. I much appreciate it. Haven fan can't wait for the East Coastway remaster. Yeah, I don't think you've got long to wait. I don't think you have. By the end of Feb, which is 5 days away, and they won't release it at weekend. So, yeah. Right, back to the main menu. Good evening, Paul. Morning. How are you? I bet you cringed when I first Oxford on. No, you know how I drive. You've been here long enough to know how I drive. If we miss something, we miss something. I'm not bothered about it. It's funny actually. It's stuck, hasn't it? It's stuck. I even shoehorned it into the departure board video. You probably noticed. Right, choose a route. So we're going to Birmingham to Crewe. This one. So it's not under B for Birmingham. It's under W, I think, for West Coast Main Line. There it is. The little tinker. Timetable. Modern timetable. It's got the 805 in it. We're going for this one. We're going for the /1. And the one I'm going to do is the 1405. Which is this one. Euston to Edinburgh. Which will take us Birmingham to Crewe. Let's take off the terrible weather. We'll go for July. We'll hit it. And we'll go. I like the Pendolino. Peak Forest has got some long sonoros. It has. I like the freight on Peak Forest, I must admit. It's a bit of a challenge as well in a steam train, doing freight, and doing the shunting, doing freight, is a challenge with the stop-starting. Yeah, we all love the Monday Madness Club. Don't say that, that'll start sticking as well now. Right, we're at Birmingham. We're on familiar ground now. Let's. That's the speed set. I don't want that yet. Not yet. Not yet. That's what I want. I want that. And I want to go to neutral. And I want to do the daylights. Day running. We'll have a bit of bright dimming control over there. Let's get these on, shall we? This is where on the controller it's fiddly. Not that one. That always happens as well. I want the one next to it. That one is what I want. Then we need to come down here and we want this one. And we want one at the end. That one. And then we want this one. Cancel that. You know what? I'll put it in forwards because we're gonna go anytime. Wait until 14:07. Now I can't see what's going on with the GSMR. It's already set, isn't it? Let's have a look. Confirm deregistration. No, I don't want to do that. It's one of the ones that doesn't show us the head code. Tilt not available. Now it is. Right. Let's have a look outside, shall we? Of course, we've got to wait to lock the doors. When I was at Lancaster the other week, I saw an Avanti West Coast sign, and it said something like, "We will shut the doors 3 minutes before the train is due to depart." So it is true that the doors should shut. That was on a poster. I've got a red here, haven't I? Which is obscured by the little target. Now it's green. Now we can go. Let's do it. Stanwell and Dudley is our next stop. Which is in 5 miles. Excellent run. Well, not too bad. Yeah, Birmingham Crewe as chosen by Alpha Star on the members post. The steam Gala Snow was the tester for the Tomasides. Was it really? I didn't know that. What's your favourite loco? And Snitcho says 390 Pendo and the 805. I still like the 31 in this, in TSW, quite a lot. But I'd have to have a proper think about it. I'd have to have a proper think about what my favourite one is. The 31's right up there. I used to like the 37 in TSW till I played the Armstrong Powerhouse one in TS Classic, and I realised the TSW one is nowhere near that standard. It's all right, but it's not near that standard. Right, off we go. Goodbye, Birmingham. You lot have got nothing nice to say about Birmingham. Every time we're here, you have nothing nice to say about it. You think maybe Friday, Haven fan, for the East Coast way? Possibly, yeah. I would say it will be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday or Friday. Those are your choices. Of course, if we get it this week, if it is announced and we get it this week, then we'll play it on stream. If we get enough notice and we can play it the night before, we'll play it the night before, as we normally would. Just depends when DTG announce it. Right, now this unit is a bit quieter, isn't it? So let me turn it up a little bit. I don't know if it'll make too much difference, but we'll do it. After this, by the way, we're going to jump onto Preston Carlisle and do, I think it's a freight run. I think Cornforth to Preston, I think it is. It's a short one, so that we can include the 87 and Preston Carlisle, and then still have time to do the 31 on Blackpool branches. Seems very slow at 65 in the Pendolino. Can't be Tuesday. What's happening on Tuesday? Did I miss something on Tuesday? You mean they would have announced it, that it was going to be Tuesday? They would have announced it today, you mean? I don't know, they could spring it. The usual. You like the 86s or the 87s? They're both very good, aren't they? Yeah, it's usually tomorrow, but they could just spring it in the morning and surprise everybody. Although saying that, there is a DLC involved, so they would probably want to announce when that's coming out. Before times. Right, just over a mile to Sandwell and Dudley, platform 2. You've still got a soft spot for the 395, the Javelin, on the southeastern high speed. It's a good drive. I quite like the Javelin, yeah. I wasn't so impressed, as you know, when I travelled on it in real life. Nice to drive in the game. Right, it's just Sandwell and Dudley. Yeah, you're off, Mikey. Yeah, thanks very much for coming in, buddy. And that's it at 7. We'll go outside and see if we get the announcements. We should. This is the station where it says, make your way to get on the train, even when the train has left. It's pulling out the station. Anyone who wants to get on the train, please go now. It's already gone. Where are the announcements? Can't hear a thing. That's weird. I've got them switched on as well. You've created a 12-core Javelin in the Formation Designer. I haven't dabbled in the Formation Designer very much, I must admit. It's quiet on this station. There's a little departure board. Very similar to that, isn't it? When you think. Next service from Newton Abbot, by the way, is going to Paignton again. There's a lot going to Paignton, isn't there? Paddington via Bristol as well.
The next train.
Oh, there's the announcement.
Platform 1 will be the 1421 Transport for Wales service to Birmingham International, calling at Sandwell and Dudley, Birmingham New Street, and Birmingham International.
She's not announced us
Platform
yet.
1 for the 1421 Transport for Wales service to Birmingham International.
Yeah, she's not said anything to us. Right, Wolverhampton, 7 miles. Let's do it. Straight to notch 4. I hope you're off the rails. How you doing? You love Pendos. Yeah, I like Pendos. I must admit, I like Pendos. And I like the Pendo in TS Classic as well. That full West Coast mainline run that I did from Euston all the way up to Glasgow, that was fun. That was all in the Pendo. Anybody that's new to the channel, by the way, can find that on the channel. In TS Classic, did a full run Euston all the way to Glasgow. I've also done the East Coast main line full run, King's Cross to Edinburgh. You can go and check those out. The long ones, East Coast main line's 5.5 hours. Good runs though, if you want something nice and quiet to watch, because I'm not talking all the way through, so you can just enjoy the run in those two. Quite popular videos those actually. You were on the Exmouth train earlier, heading home. Nice. Benjamin, good evening to you. You love the videos, thanks Orby, yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Spread the word, spread the word. But we have still got 92 in though, which is great. That's great, that. They probably thought I wouldn't pick up the passengers, so they didn't bother announcing us. there's, you know, that does not as mad as it sounds. Yeah, no worries, Wings and Things. Thanks for coming in. You tried to create a Eurostar using the TGV, and the German double decker coach didn't work. Sadly, that's a shame. I did have the TGV on South Eastern High Speed at one time. In a Eurostar livery. I've got that on the channel somewhere as well. I must still have it. I've not unsubscribed from it. I'll have to have a look. Bit of Voyager action. You'll be doing Euston to Glasgow for real on the Caledonian Slipper. Yeah, you said that, yeah. Yeah, it's interesting, but you won't see much. Hopefully you won't see much. Oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. You won't even get to see Oxenholme. You're going from Euston, aren't you? You're going north. Be a good run. Elliot, you were on the 1826 to Paignton. Yeah, just looking at the departure board right now. You're never short of a train or two to Paynton from Newton Abbot, are you? Just looking down there. If you want to go to Paynton, you're good. You did the Western Main Lines on TSC, seemed like an eternity. Yeah, you see, I think I mentioned that before. I still haven't got that collection yet. I'm going to get it in the next sale. I'm just going to get it. But I will do it. I will do the full run. We'll get some HST action going, I think, on that one. When do they announce the East Coast Way remaster? Sometime this week they'll announce the date, the release date, I'm sure. At the modern day Oxfam is not picking up the passengers. I was that bit. Do you know what it was? Actually, go back. I'm going to blame Elliot for this, in a nice way. Go back and watch that actual bit. I'm just about to open the doors, and Elliot donated. The split second I changed it to guide operated, and I was just about to open the doors, and it pops up, and then it completely threw me. I looked back afterwards and thought, why did I not do the doors? And that's what it was. I blame Elliot in a nice way. Right, we're about a mile out of Wolves. What's the Oxenholme reference? Oh, you must go and look at the shorts feed, Alpha Store, and you'll see one. I haven't got many shorts, but go and have a look on there. There's one about Oxenholme. You'll see it. All will be, within 30 seconds, all will be made very clear. We do talk about Oxenholme a lot, and I realise for new viewers probably don't know what that means. Yeah, it's true, Elliot. Go and have a look. It's true. Honestly. I like how they got the bushes like coming out of the brickwork. That's quite a nice touch. Pickpocket Gypsy Central. I've never heard it called that before. But strangely, I know exactly what you mean. Which video are you referring to? The last 222 burst drive last Thursday. That quick one that I did, the quick hour that I did. I think it was Thursday last week. Right at the start when we were at St Pancras and I was setting up the train. You're all shouting doors, doors, but because there's a slight delay in the chat coming up, I'd long gone by the time I saw it. Right, here we are. This is Wolverhampton. Doors. Right, now where's the speakers? I want to see if we're getting announced, because we didn't get announced last time, which is a bit disappointing. Nice bit of weathering on the departure boards there, isn't there? We've actually got 5 minutes. So I didn't realise that. We will go to neutral, get the DRA on, and we'll just go and have a look outside, shall we? So we might not get announced yet. It's a nice day in Wolverhampton, isn't it? Let's go to the 8 cam, shall we? Then we can have a bit of a look round. I have been to Wolverhampton station. I've changed trains at Wolverhampton. I think I was going to Oxford, not to university. Don't worry. But I was going visiting a client in Oxford, and I changed over here, I think. Over this side.
For the 1428 London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street, which is ready to leave.
Trains 4472, how are you doing? Lee, you haven't got the 484 or the frying the frying Scotsman. Yeah, if you watch the video, Elliot, it was like on the split second I'm about to do the doors, the donation comes up. The jingle. It's quite funny.
The next train to arrive at platform 3 will be the 1439 cross-country service to Bournemouth, calling at Wolverhampton, Birmingham New Street, Birmingham International, Coventry, Leamington Spa, Banbury, Oxford, Reading, Basingstoke, Winchester, Southampton Airport Parkway, Southampton Central, and Bournemouth.
Whilst we're waiting, I'll change the departure board to
cross-country service to
Wolverhampton.
Bournemouth.
And let's have a look what's at Wolverhampton right now, shall we? There we are, Wolverhampton. Right, just do that. Let's have a look what's at Wolverhampton. Once it updates from Newton Abbot. Right, we got the 1946 to Euston. We got the 2018 to Walsall, if you want to go to Walsall. There you go. It's clever, it is clever. I don't know if that's... I can't tell if it's reflected or whether you can see it or not, but... There's a lot of flashing, late trains. It's good. A bit addictive, really. Nice away day at Molyneux. I haven't been to Molyneux, strangely enough.
39 cross-country service to Bournemouth, calling at Wolverhampton, Birmingham New Street, Birmingham International, Coventry, Leamington Spa, Banbury, Oxford, Reading, Basingstoke, Winchester, Southampton
Let's just check.
Airport Parkway,
We've got Stafford,
Southampton
then
Central,
Crewe after
and
this.
Bournemouth. Platform 3 for the 1439 cross.
We'll go inside because we haven't got long to wait. Just leave the DRA on for now because we've got the red. I've been to Wolverhampton many times to the race course. Yeah, I've been to Wolverhampton, but I've not been to the football there. Right, still need time for the doors. I love how it folds the step in. It didn't do then. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. It's just delayed. Right, set the DRA off. Off we pop. There we go. 15 miles to Stafford. So coming next, as I mentioned a little earlier, we've got a short run in the 87 on Preston Carlisle. Then we'll finish on Blackpool branches in the 31. So 87, class 87, class 31 coming up. If any of those two are your favourites. You found the short video where Skip talks it on. That's it. That is the incident. The full stream is available that short is taken from. It's good fun. I was getting to grips in Tiers Classic. It was before the Preston Carlisle route was coming out in TSW. That. So we were seeing if we could. Well, I say we. I was seeing if I could. Do the notches, which now in TSW we're all familiar with, but back then it was only available in TS Classic, so I was giving it a try, and yeah, it was interesting. I think I like to think I've come a long way with the 86 and 87 since then. You lot might think different, but I would say, you know, it's the most famous incident on the channel. There's been many as well, but yeah, as Dave says, there's the main video as well. I think when you watch the clip, I think down in the bottom right, I think you can links to the main video, so you can watch the whole stream. Some of those old streams are good fun actually. And if you're new to the channel, which I think you are pretty much, aren't you? You'll see all the same crowd in the chat. Quite funny. Right, we've got 60 coming up, and then we can get up to 90 for a spell. The Scottish fish train. That was brilliant. At least we knew that was an actual bug. I have run that scenario since, actually. It's worked. You basically can't be more than about a minute late. And it's quite deep into the scenario, that. I think, if I recall correctly, we've been running for over an hour when we got to that point. So, it's difficult to not be under a minute late. Especially with all the gradients on that route, but I managed it. So they were gonna, the scenario makers, the route makers were gonna do something to ease the timings a little bit. Because if you didn't hit it at the right time, the fish train was in the wrong place, basically. The Buchan Lines fish train, yeah. The Scottish fish train, question mark. Have a look on the shorts again. There's one on the shorts. Go and have a look on the shorts. There's a few of them as well. We had the class, it was the 56, wasn't it? The 56 coal train. When a 158 wouldn't budge. There's that one on there as well. That was fun. There's still fish on the side of the track. Currently at 54 likes. Yeah, if you don't mind, everyone just give me a like on the stream, that'd be great. Then we'll get a few people to watch the replay then. The portal to hell, yeah, that was funny, that one. Straight through the viaduct, straight through the bottom of the track, onto the street below. Right, up to 125. Getting the tilt on. Some of the old streams are fun to go back to with the usual suspects. Yeah, it's surprising, isn't it? We've managed to build up quite a nice community, really. So, long may you continue. I have as much fun as you do, honestly. .7 to Stafford. And I mentioned it at the beginning, but if you have just come in late, if you go and watch that departure board video for me that I did this afternoon, when you get some free time, that'd be good, if you don't mind. Do what you think about that. My first product review video. Can you believe it? You can probably tell. I recorded that on Saturday. It took me several hours to sort of get it all edited, like with the multi-camera thing, which was new to me. So I was experimenting a little bit. It seemed to work all right. Five and a half miles, 5 minutes. Yeah, the tilt does look pretty cool. Yeah, it does. Best banter on these streams, the Pendos comes across. Yeah, we need to have a bit less food chat. It makes me too hungry. I can eat my tea and then come and sit down here and be starving again within 5 minutes. All this talk about crumble and custard and shortbread. What do I use for editing? DaVinci Resolve. And I only have the free version. I've yet to find a paid... see, I only use it to a basic level, so I've not found anything yet. Any feature that I've had to, that I want, that I've actually need to pay for. So I've been quite fortunate, really. I only do very basic editing. My son is quite good at it. He spends hours editing his stuff. get stuck, I usually go and ask him something. He usually knows. Yeah, alright, I'm going too fast again, look. At least it tells you on this. You're going for your breakfast. I saw that, yeah, you want to hook the board up to TSW. That'd be interesting, actually, as an experiment. Shortbread, says Elliot. Yeah, you've had yours, Elliot. Right, we are approaching Stafford, platform 5. Food and trains go together perfectly if you can afford it. That is true, yeah. Minced beef hot pot with pickled red cabbage tomorrow. That sounds alright, yeah. I prefer beetroot to red cabbage. See, you're getting me to do it again now. I do prefer beetroot though over red cabbage. Good old Lancashire hot pot. Here we are, Stafford. All the way to the end of the platform. Don't know if we've got a delay as well, a layover here at Stafford. I don't think so. Getting stuck on the lamppost. Uh, 14:47. Couple of minutes. Lisa says, have you got any pets? Have I got pets? No, I used to have a cat a few years ago. But it got too old. Yeah, it would have started screaming rude words. It would. Right, so Crewe is next after this. Connell, good evening. Well, we've got a plan for tonight. So we've got the 87 and the 31 to do. Did you put the pics of the Transport for Wales 3-course meal? I don't think so. I don't recall it. You might have. I don't know. You might have done a couple of weeks ago. You may have done. Hey up. It's our old friend. The Virgin Pendo. Straight out of Manchester Piccadilly. Another Creators Club livery, by the way. I love my wife 34. Thank you for the sub. Oh god. You did 19 trips into Crewe, finding services that crashed the Xbox. Is that so you can give you a brutally honest review? 390012. Is that what the Virgin one is? We'll pretend it's an old Virgin rail tour, shall we?
Wilmslow, Stockport, and Manchester Piccadilly. Platform 1 for the 14.
It is all 1-2.
Avanti West Coast service
You're right.
to London Euston. Calling at London Euston. Over.
Yeah, it's the Virgin rail tour. They just kept one in that livery. Oh, it's 2. It's actually 2. Maybe we're in a time warp. Maybe it's the Avanti that's out of its time period. I didn't see there was 2 of them. Yeah, for the Manchester stream. Yeah, it's funny. I bet both of those were the same number if I'd have looked at both of them. Right, we're going to get up to speed. We're 23 miles to Crewe. We'll give it the beans. We'll get some tilt on. Two for the price of one. See, in reality, these windscreens, you can't really see in them very much, I've noticed. I always try and have a butcher's when I go down, when I'm at Euston and walking along the platform and try and have a look inside the cab. You can't see, like tinted. Right, notch 4 all the way, hopefully. Then who's ready for a bit of 87? I think it's a mail train that we're going to do. Get your tilt on. Exactly, yeah, there's a bit of tilt coming up. A little bit further up. Here he goes, just a very slight bit. It was last August. Yeah, just put them in again, yeah. It's a shame. 115 coming up. Yeah, cheers Dave. See you later. There he goes. Stephen, thank you for the sub. Hope you're well. So, GWR station staff wearing a kilt on Sunday. I don't think the Pendolinos seem to move about that much. Maybe she was just a bit sensitive to, a bit more sensitive to the moving about than everybody else. I've done a few miles on Pendos, I must admit. Right, back to the 125. Up for an 87 anytime. Yeah, we'll do one. As I said, I think it's only £0.50 to Preston. But just so we could include some Preston to Carlisle, that was one of the requests. Great action. There we go. Even I can't speed with the speed set on. $15 to go. So, being as we're going to Crewe, I'm going to update the departure board to see what's coming in and out of Crewe. We've got Manchester Piccadilly via Stockport. We've got a Holyhead service. What platform are we coming into? 11. We've got a Euston service, another Holyhead. Service has been delayed by a speed restriction. There you go, that's Crewe. It's all happening. I love it, it's great that. I was proper geeky doing that video. It was genuinely quite exciting. In a way I didn't think possible. Now I'm in trouble with my wires. There we go, that's better. Right, we've got 11 to go. Yeah, this is a tilt. A couple of good places for the tilt. Swinging side to side on this bit. There he goes, one side, then another. You saw Transport for Wales 67 and Mark 4 set. Nice. You'll be speeding in a few minutes. You've been on speed set. Is it downhill up here? A little bit downhill. Ten minutes to go until we're due at Crewe. Yeah, so if we get some announcement about these Courseway this week, and I get to play it early. If it's coming out this week and I get to play it early, we'll play it early. So you can have another look at it before you get it. I'm hoping that it isn't delayed. I think Jason was winding us up. Speed setting the Pendos is as useless as an ashtray on a motorbike. Yeah, there you go. You were right. Very slightly speeding there. We'll go manual now for this 5 miles. We've got 110 coming up anyway, so we're going to need to reduce a little bit. After this, that'll be 2 full route runs done tonight. Northern Trans-Pennine, Birmingham to Crewe. There's the 805 going past. Two more routes to go, albeit shortened versions of. Still got 54 in, which is great. Yeah, overshot. Yeah, absolutely. It's so hilly, isn't it? So up and down. We'll take some of this speed off, get ready for Crewe. There's our red. Best speed control is in the Allegra over Bernina. The speed set in the Arosa trains is pretty good. It's probably similar. Goes up in notches of 5 kilometers per hour, I think. But it holds it. Yep, no worries, Elliot. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for those donuts. Hope you had a good birthday. You've probably overeaten now and you won't sleep. Too much shortbread. Yeah, proper Swiss ones, yeah. They do control very well. You've not really to do anything, have you? When you're driving those. Right, here we go for Crewe. Making our way in there. Bit of Northern, East Midlands trains. Amazing how Crewe changed from this and the Spirit of Steam. It's recognisable though, isn't it? It's all recognisable. Aye aye. Hey up. That's nice. Leander. I didn't expect that. That was a lucky service to pick, wasn't it? With that weight in there. Pretty cool. You've been watching European rail videos ready for your trip. Yeah, I remember you mentioning your trip. All right, that's Birmingham to Crewe. So we're going to hop onto more familiar territory. Out the 1328 and the 87. It was a nice surprise, yeah. Hey, Dragon, how you doing? What was that livery, by the way, GW? Is that out of that Cornwall pack? The Steam Rail Tour pack. What do I want? I want this. Let's do the nuclear timetable. I don't know if we'll see any of the nuclear stuff going up and down, but we want the 87. Now, which 87 is it? Oh, God knows. And we'll try the top one. See if we have a 1328. Yes, we do. 1328. This is a mail service from Coinfifth to Preston. So we'll do this one. Go July, shall we? Let's do it. Yeah, West Cornwall Steam Park. I thought so, yeah. Nice to see that pop up though there. That's the good thing about these train sims, where stuff just pops up like that. Nice surprise. And I arrived on time, which means it hadn't disappeared yet. So that's good. Alright, here we go. We've got 2 minutes until we need to go. So shall we first go and do the DVD? There it is. That's handy. It's at this end. Don't have to go all the way down. And we want to go with that. And we want to go with this. Summer's Day. Let's have the windows. Master key. Enter forwards. That's put me at the back as well. I wonder why it does that sometimes. Wolf of Badenoch. 87027 with the mail train. Right, let's do the lights. Headlight. And we got markers. Get them on. What else have we got here? Cab heat, we don't need that. The demister we don't need. Tail lights off. Instrument light upright. What's that one? Oh, come on. Warm air switch. Yeah, we don't need that. Right, I think we're all good. So, we just need to wait for the signal. We've got our express parcels. Got this guy whistling away at us. And we're just having a run down to Preston in this one. Preston parcel platform. Right. Let's get the brakes off. Oh, we've still got the red light actually. Let me put that on there. Are we waiting for something coming past? There's going to be something coming. Don't see anything that way. Right, I don't know. Let's wait. There must be something. Oh, here you go. I didn't see him coming. Yeah, we don't want to set off in front of him, do we? Only 2 minutes to set up an 87. Yeah, it's doable. We don't have to walk us forward down the back to get the DSD on. Or the DVD. 87's a great loco to drive, it definitely is. Yeah, when you got it, you thought it'd be complicated. You just practice it, don't you? You just practice it. Don't spad. Yeah, the red's quite close, isn't it? Won't be long. '87 is a driver's train. There is something about the 86s, 87s, isn't there? $84 tons. You've got to be waiting for something else. Just wondering if this next one's behind us. Let's have a look. There it is. Here he comes. '47. It's the military stuff. You had that low cost after in pulling containers. Funny how they all turn up. I know it's really sad, I started writing down which ones in the 86s and 87s that I'd driven. When I did the video about the Preston Guild one, 212, I had to get to that, I had to keep spawning in, restarting again until Preston Guild came up. I couldn't find it for anything. There we go, we have the road. So we're all good. Let's do it. I'll run up but not blow it. There we go. That'll do to get us going. That's sad. Yeah, I know. Does sound good. Yeah, you're right. It does sound good. Is it loud enough? Looks like it's peaking, so... Come on, increase my speed limit any second. I'm gonna have to run it down. I'll get in trouble again. There you go. Then it goes to 75. You knew it would. BR Blue, love it, says Dragon. Yeah, definitely. How you doing, Stormy? Never realised there are mail services on the timetable. There's quite a few. There's quite a few. So if you look at these ones in particular, these Moss End to Red Bank, and going the other way as well. There's a few with the if you've got the 31, there's a couple with the 31 as well. We've no co-pilot for this one. You'd like to see the 421 in TSW? You know, I haven't got the 421 either in TS Classic. I need to get that. Right, I think we've got a single yellow here. Double yellow. And then just before we get to the Morecambe spur, we've got the neutral section as well. We're only a mail train, we can afford to just tinker along like this. It's nice that, isn't it? It is. No bog-cart talk. Oh dear. Not when you're watching this. Not when you're watching this. Used to love watching these leave Preston northbound, yeah. Used to scream away, didn't they? Jackson's Train and Bus Adventures, how you doing? Good evening. Once we get through Lancaster, we can blast it. That's Hess Bank. Morecambe Bay, nice, nice, very nice. Yeah, it is Jackson's, yeah, it is. Well, it's actually an 87. Similar. Right, there's the Morecambe spur. So we've got the neutral section. All green again now. Can't wait for the East Coast Way remaster. Yeah, a few of you have said that tonight, yeah. Tolic just came in. What route is this? West Coast Main Line over Shat. Well, Preston to Carlisle in TSW it is. Look at that Panto going up and down there. Bit of bounce in there. Light clouds. Yeah, I sometimes put the light clouds in, yeah. I know what you mean. As opposed to the completely bright sunlight. Decent bit of traffic. We've got a bit of pacer action. Ducky, how you doing? Yeah, long time. How are you? Yeah, going strong. Yeah. We've had over 100 in tonight at one point, which is great. Really good. Glad to see people coming in. Nice to see you back in. Right, across the River Loon into Lancaster, and then hopefully we can open it up a bit. More paces. It is bouncing around. I've not really noticed that before. Right, that's Lancaster. Major stutter. Yeah, it might stutter a little bit. I keep swapping branches, so this is the first time I've run this route on this branch. Are you just recovering from hernia surgery? It's been laid up for a bit, yeah. Oh, it's looping. It keeps doing that, doesn't it? I don't know what that is. But it's not the route, it's the stream again. Yeah, he's done that, hasn't it? The last couple of times we've streamed. Seems to be when we've gone over a certain length per stream, I've noticed. It's at YouTube's end. Because some of you stay fine, some of you get having to refresh it. Feels faster than normal. Yeah, we're going pretty slow as well, really, aren't we? 75. We can get up to 110 in this. Oops, meant to run it down a little bit, not turn it off. Let's run it down. I don't know if we have to go into a loop on this service or not. It's possible. We'll put a bit of brake in just in case we have to come to a stop. Yellow. Yeah, the motor sounds are great, especially as well when you're braking as well. Got great sounds. It's like we're chasing the signals again, so... run it down again. Sometimes what happens on the freight runs. This is Goldgate on our left. Another yellow. It wants me to go steady, doesn't it? I think we'll try and maintain around this speed, I think. You had to refresh your TV 3 times because it looped, yeah. I don't know what's going on there. The stream's still going, it's not dropped. I thought you'd gone to bed, Elliot. You're doing it again. DTG, please give us the APT. I don't care who makes it. I was talking about the APT and I said it's what the APT and the 70, I think, in TS Classic are two of the pieces of DLC, low-core DLC on Steam that are not AP, that are actually alright. I got another one at weekend, which I've always been interested in, and I've not had it before. The Class 460, the Gatwick Express thing, and that's on Steam. That's quite technical. That it's got a 56-page manual in TS Classic. That, and it's not bad. Well, it was all right. I've run it over the weekend. Thought I need to run that on stream at some point. That's obviously on the London to Brighton line. But I've only just got that. These don't increase the speed that quick on small dangers. No, they don't. They don't. You have to be very cautious with these. 460 is a good train, you've got it. Yeah, I only did one run with it, but I really enjoyed it actually. I just did one of the standard scenarios. I had to do like a cold start with it. It was all right. I'm going to regret saying to you that when we get past Lancaster we can open it up. Because we can't. Well, this is freight driving, isn't it? That's what it's about. You drive the wheels off the TSW APT. I've done that with the TS Classic one. The TS Classic one's really good. You probably saw it the other week. I can't remember if you're in the stream, Dragon, but yeah, very good. Zellies, you love the 460. You bought it as soon as it was released. Is it old now? Is it quite old? I think the manual shows 2017, so yeah, it's 9 years old at least, going to the manual. It's probably a bog car in front. It could be a pacer, yeah. YouTube's been dodgy still, is it? Yeah, it's bad that, isn't it? I don't know why it does that. It's not my, I mean, as you know, it's not my connection now. I've got 900 up, 900 down. So the connection's fine. This curve here, by the way, is great in a Pendo. If you go north around there, you tilt like hell around there. You can really feel the tilt there. And if you sat on this outer edge here, you feel like you're going to be in that field. Pretty good. It's dropping frames every now and again. Yeah, it's a shame that. Could be 50 miles per hour all the way in. Past the E-rated passenger. I know I say this every time. I have not got tired of this route at all. Irrespective of whether the military pack came out or the nuclear pack or whatever. The actual standard route, I've just not got tired of it. I get sat down, like when I'm playing this on the PS5 and I get my feet up on the settee, I sit down, I think, right, I'm going all the way to Carlisle and I feel like I'm doing a job, you know. The good decent run with things to do with the neutral sections. Great, love it. Yeah, this is what I was saying earlier about, you know, we'll you know, we know about after Preston to Crewe, there's Carlisle Whitehaven, which is similar era to this. You know, I wonder if Just Trains will be staying in that era for all the next stuff that they do. I think they've kind of established themselves, haven't they, as the mid-80s sort of experts. Dale, thank you for the sub. How are you doing? Yeah, I think JT are good at this stuff, so they should stick to this stuff. I wonder, with us going all the way to Crewe now, I wonder if they'll do a BR Blue North Wales Coastal next. That'd be good, wouldn't it? North Wales Coast BR Blue. I could take that. Dingo yellows all the time. This is the best route in your opinion. Yeah, I agree with that. I would definitely agree with it. Here's our neutral section. We've already got the power off, so we're good. We'll just bring the power up just slightly. Not too fast. North Wales Coast in BR Blue. Defibrillator please, and the nurse. Yeah, it'd be great, that, wouldn't it? Well, it would make sense, wouldn't it, if the freight's going down to Crewe now. There's plenty of, like, I remember again, I think I've probably mentioned this, when I worked for the Civil Engineers Department, we used to get the ballast that the Civil Engineers used to come up behind 37s from Penmamar. I hope I've said that correctly. Which is North Wales, isn't it? So there's potential there. That was very, very early 90s as well. There's potential there for stone freight as well, around that kind of era. That'd be good. There's all sorts of other freight down there as well, but it would fit, wouldn't it? North Wales coast would fit, especially if Crewe is already there. I don't know. Yeah, don't know what's in front. Not sure. There's definitely something. There was another passenger service came past us when we were at Cornforth, and he could be a stopper, so he may have stopped at Lancaster. So we might be fairly close behind him. We're getting single yellow, so there could be a couple of blocks behind. But he's faster than us, which is why I'm not overdoing it. Let him get ahead a little bit. He'll be doing 110 probably. They can't remaster the West Somerset Railway on TSW6. It's already remastered, that one, Lee. That is the remaster now. And like I was saying before, when we've had a remaster and a DLC's come out, I forgot about that. There was also West Somerset Railway that was remastered, and then we got the Thomas DLC, didn't we? So again, there was a DLC after the remaster. There's a pattern there, isn't there? Which is why I was saying, whatever the next remaster is, you can probably start guessing what's going to be the next Loco DLC. If a local DLC is coming out, there's a reason to remaster it, isn't there? And I don't know this, by the way, I'm just looking at the pattern that we've had so far. And I'd forgotten about West Somerset till you said. Penman Moyer. Moyer. I think I liked how I was saying it. At least you knew what I meant, anyway. But yeah, the stone trains used to come from there. Double-headed 37s. I know. Well, I'm just saying. I'm just linking for you that every remaster has had a local DLC, apart from Colne Arkin. It just happened that the West Somerset local DLC was Thomas. Right, that's gone double. We ain't got far to go anyway. It's 2 miles to my mum's and 4 miles to Preston parcel platform. So it's all good. No point rushing things. We got the Class 31 next out of Blackpool North, and then that's us done. The 31 was requested. And if you're not a member, and I'm going to do a few of these, if you're not a member and you want to have a say in future ones that we do, off, then I'll just ask on a members post and say anything particular you want to do. We try and build a stream from that, so if you want to take out a membership, there's a link on the main page. You don't have to, but just if you fancy it, I'll be glad of that support. That'd be great. And then you'll be able to get your vote in next time we do one. Right, 2.9 to go. Still behind yellows. Battery's going to my controller. It's not acknowledging things as quickly as I'm pressing it. Ghost trains. No, there's definitely a passenger in front of us, and he will probably have to clear out of. Oh, we're going to the parcel platform, aren't we? He'll be in platform 4, I think. Cadley Causeway. I've scored a few goals on that pitch, I'll tell you. Everyone wave to me mum over there. There was a military one, and I think there was a passenger one as well. I think we waited for 2. But it could be the military one. I can't remember which was the last one to go past. Right, 25 after St Walburg's. The members get free tea and biscuits. If I could virtually send them, definitely. Over to the right we go for the parcels. Chris is waving as well. When I worked at Preston, it was Red Star Parcels. What it was. I forgot, we gotta go even slower on the entry to this. Royal Sovereign over that side. I can't help but spot the trains on this. Yeah, he could have gone over there to... let's have a look if we see anything in the other side that was in front of us. I don't see anything. Whoever it was is well gone. Easy does it. Got to uncouple. That's not a bad service, that, is it? I mean, yeah, it's freight. It's a bit slow, but that's what freight is. It usually is a bit slower. Right, so we're going to do our last one before we go. So let's switch over to Blackpool branches and we'll do a bit of 31 action. A quick run from Blackpool North. And that'll be us. Yeah, I don't know where the military one went. He must have gone straight through and carried on. Right, to the trains. Blackpool branches. Where are you? Can't see you. There you are. Blackpool branches, class 31. It is the 12:43 that we're going to do. This one, 29 minutes. We'll take that off. We'll put it into June, and as was suggested, we'll just put a little bit of cloud in, shall we? Just a little bit of light cloud for this one. Let's do it. Still advertising the Frankenborn there as well. Right, first thing I like to do on this one is just lower the seat a little bit. I don't like the seating position. Let's have a look on the back wall first, shall we? Route indicators. Then we'll have some of this. And a bit of this. Get the doors open. Yeah, instrument lights are up here somewhere. There they are. Let's have that. And that. Dirty, this one, isn't it? It's well worn, this one. Of course, it's put me to the back again, so if I press number 3, it'll take me to the front. I don't know why it's like that. Right, just under a minute to go. So let's have a look what we're doing. We are going via Kirkham North Junction, up fast, straight to platform 4 at Preston. So we're not stopping anywhere along the way. You've done this one a while ago, yeah. I always like the 31. It's nice to see it in action on here as well. Nearly time for the doors. Pepper. Yeah, it is. Does do that, doesn't it? Shut the doors about 5 seconds before. There we go. Let's do it. We'll get the brakes off. There's the guard's whistle. Off we go. Come on, take the strain. Taking ages for the brakes to fully come off, that's what it is. Still a little bit of brake on. Should probably wait, but it doesn't matter, it'll be off soon. Is there any Scottish routes that I would rate in TSC or TSW? I have a few of them in TSC, but I haven't played a lot of them. The Highland ones are good, but it depends if that's your thing, because they can be quite long. But they're interesting. If you like a long run, they're interesting. But in TSW, the Glasgow-Edinburgh that we played the other week, I quite like. Again, because you can have some fast runs. 5 Circles, alright. There's some good stuff in Scotland. Cathcart Circle is alright, but it's a bit repetitive. That's in TSW. But you can often get that in a sale if you haven't got Cathcart Circle. It's exactly what it says it is. You just go around in a loop. But there's a couple of longer services that go end to end. Look at all these guys sat on here. This was the screenshot actually that I took for the thumbnail. But it was another 31 if you remember on the thumbnail. It stuck a 47 on there. Just shows how it randomises. Let's have a look which one we've got over here. Glorious Devon. What a great name that is. Right, full beans. Have I checked the brake settings? Actually, no, I didn't, did I? And I can't in here. It's in the other cab. It's in the back, I think. Yeah, the brakes are off though, so we're alright. They might just take a bit, they might be a bit slower. Have you got an idea when the next sale will be? No, not on which platform, Tolly? Where's Leighton? Yeah, no worries, Pete. How long have we been going? 3 hours 13. This is the last one now. Yeah, maybe Easter. Yeah. You're gonna have real tea next week. Yeah, if you're in America, don't have Lipton's. I'll just, as an English tea drinker, Lipton's is a bit naff. Every time I've gone to America, it's been Lipton's. It's passable, but I usually take my own tea bags. You bet it's on goods. We can have a look. Shall we stop at Polton? Paul, thank you for the sub. Cheers, Lee. See you later. Could be on goods. Let's just check it out, shall we? These are dual brake though. It's all. I think it's all right. I think it's just. I think they're slow to come off. They're quick to come on. Let's just see now. Let me just overcharge it now. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. It might be all right. Pacer. I was going to stop, but I think I'll carry on. I think it's all right, actually. Stand back, everybody, please. Yeah, Yorkshire tea. I keep telling you, there is no tea in Yorkshire. It's not hot enough. Right, we've got 5.5 miles until Kirkham. It's on goods. They're fully off though. See there. Let's see how many views we've had on the stream tonight again, because we've had quite a few in, haven't we? We have had 2,104 views on the stream, which is great. That's brilliant, that. That's very good numbers. Yeah, you gotta get this route. You gotta get this one. Especially if you've already got like the 31 and the other stuff. You reckon? Shall we wing it? It'll be the one that doesn't clear, I bet you. Let's see. There's some clag coming out of there, isn't there? Can't beat it, can you? Yeah. Beautiful clag. It is. You're right, Bongman, as well. Exactly right. Listen to that. Good finish to a stream, that. Hi Chris, how you doing? A song of our people. Right, shall I save it now? Just in case his theory's not correct. I've got to go down to 40 anyway, so I'll coast it. Hello there. A peak with a brake van. You feel sorry for people who get frothed up about bog cars. Right, I'm going to have to put a little bit of brake in for this 40, unfortunately. But I won't overdo it. The old Martin Line Blackpool Central, is that where it was? There you go. He's right. They usually do. It's a bit annoying, isn't it, some of the go-vias that have a red right after them. It is annoying, that. I know we've mentioned that a few times. Across various routes. I've actually got a 30 coming up, so I'm going to have to lose a little bit more speed here. There's a bit of action going on up and down here. How many whistlers have we seen tonight across the routes we've done? We've seen a few. I'm going to start my speed increase right now. think that should be it now for slowing down until we get to Preston. Six and a half to go, and that's us done. We're on full beans at the minute. Full throttle. We'll go outside for a bit and listen to this. It's the only place to be, I think. Run these old diesels all day, honestly. Like BNFL is on fire over there, look. That's not a good sign. Dirty old diesel. The thing I like about this one, the weathering on the whole loco, you look at it rusting away. You know, the B oil logo is like in need of a repaint, everything. It's spitting out filthy stuff, it looks filthy. Great. Just over 4 miles to go. That chimney there that's more claggy than this. Yeah, test pilot crashing at water. Yeah, could be. Yeah, cheers, Flying Southerner, thanks for coming in. Drove past there the other day, that pub's gone now. They built houses on it. That's the Pear Tree pub, that. All gone. Right, let's get the power off. It has that effect, doesn't it? When you see someone play it, it makes you want to go and play it. I've said that before, it has the same effect on me. I think someone's playing it, I think it looks like a good scenario, that, and off I go. You're going to buy the bullet, pay full price for it. Honestly, if you're going to pay full price for a route, this and Preston Carlisle are the two, in my opinion, that you would do it on. I mean, look at that there, look at that scene. Got hours of enjoyment on this route, Zellies, to be honest. That's why then it's best sometimes to say nothing, just let you listen to the engine instead. There's Preston power box I was telling you before, where the signal lady used to sit. Platform 4, we know it well. Let's make sure we stop at the red, the famous red. Let's get back in the cab for this manoeuvre. And we got 3 minutes to get in. The danger, of course, with these brakes is I could stop very short. This is a difficult balancing act now between not going straight through the red and not stopping too short with this braking. So let's play it cautious. Be a shame to spad, for me anyway, after 3 hours 34. Let's just crawl along. Traveller's Fair is open. I didn't get an AWS then for that that red. Yeah, I've got to stop slightly short on it, I think, unless it lets me carry on. Go on, go on. I don't know if this is one of those fiddly ones. No, it's not. Some of them you have to do it, don't you, on the right on the money. There you go, bathed in sunlight. What's not to like under? Hey Richie, how are you? Sneaking in there. Cheers, Pete. Thank you for that. Yeah, I'm early. It is one of the best ones ever. It is. There's no spadding coming. No, no way. there we go. That's it. Good stream. That was members choice tonight. All the things that you saw tonight were chosen by the members. So thank you to them for an interesting stream. We managed no spads, no oxynorms. We were clear, so we're all good. Thank you everybody for coming in. It's much appreciated. Yeah, didn't even get an oxynorm. Oh, those days are gone. Maybe. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Hopefully, we're going to get East Coastway sometime. If we're going to get it, as I said, we'll be back this week and we'll play it. But until then, thanks for coming in. It's been a great stream. See you next time. Cheers.